$3.20, the lay action being the first action because we feel it's going to drift out in price closer to this mark of $5.10 here that we have it valued at. Now, we laid it at $3.20 expecting it to come out, and we allowed 300 to be bet on it, so we were risking $660 under this scenario. $660 under this scenario. Now, realistically, at the end of the day, we place the lay portion because we feel it's going to drift out in price. And the other advantage here that we'll explain a little bit further on is we feel the horse is going to be beat anyway. Now, when we set the second part of the transaction to the SP price in the new Betfair SP markets, we felt it was going to drift in price. But as you can see, it firmed in price, and its SP price was $2.90. So it actually came in 30 cents from $3.20. We allowed $300 worth of bets to be placed with us when we laid it. And when we set it at SP, we set it to accept risk of $265 worth of bets. Now, the beauty of it is here, if it does drift in price, we win the lay, but it didn't. That's 70% of the occasions, because we get them right naturally on 70% of occasions. On the other 30% of occasions, when the horse does firm and we've laid it because we feel it's going to drift, we feel it's also going to be beat. So we can place less bets on the horse, which is what we want to do anyway, by setting it at SP and taking the emotion out of the situation. The horse gets beat, and we can see that because the lay bet won. So even though the horse got beat and firmed in price, we still made money on that arb when it went the opposite direction to what we predicted, and it firmed in price. This is the other 30% of occasions outside of the 70% where you naturally win the arb. Now, of those 30%, if we're laying the horse and we're getting the lays right 80% of the time, then that's 24% of this 30% that also goes in our favour. So potentially we're in a scenario by doing the market and knowing whether a horse is going to be beat or win, we can win on up to 94% of arbs instead of 70 or 80%. Now, that's the first one. We will now move to the second one. The second one is Elusive Warrior. With this horse, we expected it to firm quite seriously in price. As you can see, here's Elusive Warrior in the 140. We had it marked up as occupying 40% of the market, okay, or a $2.50 chance. Early in betting, it was priced at $2.92, $2.96, and that's the price we got it matched at. It did firm to $2.90. Yes, the horse didn't win, and we outlaid a total of $211 and only connected $196. We lost on that arb, okay? That is naturally going to happen on occasion, and that's purely because we didn't get enough back at SP compared to the risk that we were prepared to have on the other side of the equation. Now, a very small loss. The third arb of the day is Working Title. Now, this was a very good result. This was at Fakenham in the 150. I'll just find that race. Okay, the Fakenham, the 150. As you can see, in this race, we had Working Title occupying 20% of the market in a very strong form race. All these ticks occupying 20% of the market, or as a $5 chance. Now, we had St. Cadet as a favourite at 360. St. Cadet was backed off the map in this race from approximately 7 to 4, $2.70, $2.80 into $1.90, and it was backed heavily. We laid Working Title early. We thought it could be beat at odds of $1.97. By the time they jumped, it was out to odds of $2.56, over 50% a better price. Now, the simple scenario is we allowed $500 worth of bets to be placed on Working Title, okay, when we laid it. And when we backed it, we placed only $450 worth of bets. Now, we got the arb naturally right because it drifted in price, but the other scenario is because we set it to make 2.5% on this side or only outlay $450 when we collected $500 worth of bets, it drifted so far in price and still won the race. The back bet won here. One, back. Because it drifted so far in price and won, we've only lost $485 when we laid it, but in winning bets we've collected $701. So we picked up $216 or just over 10% on a $2,000 bank. Now, so that's a great result. And as you can see, we had it priced as a $5 chance, and it's drifted markedly from $1.97 out to $2.56. Autumn Charm, which was the Southwell 210. Okay, now Autumn Charm is here. We had it marked up as a $7 chance in the race, with the major hopes given to Home and Berrinaba, both at $3.90. Now, Autumn Charm at $7. If we have a look here, we laid it at $3.90 expecting it to drift. Once again, it was backed in. We got it wrong on that side of the